This is the adjutant. If you're thinking about leaving the military before hitting 20 years, you are standing on one of the biggest financial and life crossroads you will ever face. Because leaving early can either be the smartest decision in your life or a mistake that costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. And the truth is, no one really sits you down and explains the full picture. So today we're going to talk about what actually happens when you leave the military before retirement, what you'll lose, what you'll keep, and what most people misunderstand, and how to decide if it's the right move for you. So let's start with reality. Most service members do not make it to 20 years. People leave for many reasons: family considerations, better civilian opportunities, burnout, toxic leadership or environment, medical issues, desire for stability, entrepreneurial aspirations or ambitions, or just simply wanting a different life. And none of those reasons are weak. In fact, for many people, leaving early is absolutely the correct decision. But what matters is that you leave with your eyes wide open and with the information and knowledge that you need so that you know that you made an informed decision. So the big thing you give up, the most obvious loss, is the military pension. If you leave before 20 years, you do not receive monthly retirement pay in most cases, lifetime COLA adjustments, immediate access to retiree benefits such as TRICARE as a retiree. And this pension is extremely valuable, folks. A typical military retirement can be well worth over $1 million across a lifetime. Not because the monthly check is huge, but because it lasts forever. I have often said that a civilian could have millions of dollars in their 401k plan, but if they live to the age of Methuselah, 900 and some odd years old, they can in theory run out. Whereas your pension never runs out. As long as they're United States government, you're going to have your military pension. Also, it's guaranteed income indexed to inflation. So very few civilian jobs offer anything remotely comparable to that today. Now, what you keep. Here's what many people don't realize. You don't walk away empty-handed. You still keep many valuable benefits. Your TSP account, your VA benefits eligibility, your GI Bill if you earned it, your training, your experience, security clearances in many cases. You can parlay that into a nice government job, veteran hiring preferences if you want to come back and work for the federal government, VA home loan eligibility. And these can be extremely powerful tools for building a civilian life. In fact, many veterans leverage those benefits to outperform their peers financially. Now, the blended retirement system factor is something to keep in mind. If you entered under the blended retirement system, often referred to as an acronym, as all things in the military acronyms, the BRS, you actually leave with something significant: your TSP contributions plus your government matching. That money is yours to keep. If invested properly over decades, it can grow to a very substantial retirement fund. So leaving early under the BRS is not the same as leaving under the old High 3 system. And I have standalone video talking about the pros and cons of both. You should check it out. Then there's a civilian opportunity question. Now here's the real decision point, folks. What are you leaving for? If you leave without a plan, you're giving up guaranteed long-term security for uncertainty. But if you leave for a higher income career, advanced education, entrepreneurial opportunities, better work-life balance, then leaving early can absolutely make sense. Some veterans dramatically increase their income after separations. Others struggle because they underestimated the transition. Quality of life matters, folks. Money isn't everything. Some service members are simply not happy staying in, okay? It's just a reality. There's constant moves, their deployments, operation tempo of the unit, separation from family, career dissatisfaction. If staying means sacrificing your mental health or your family stability, no pension is worth that. Your life is bigger, folks, than just a retirement check. The golden handcuffs trap, and this is something that I think is really significant. Many people stay past the point they actually want to. Why? Because once you cross 10, 12 years, it feels like you're too close to quit. This is sometimes called the golden handcuffs. You're not staying in because you love it. You're staying in because you don't want to lose what you've already invested. But sunk costs alone shouldn't determine your future. So, how do you make the right decision? You should ask yourself these three questions, okay? These three questions. What will my civilian income realistically be? Not what you hope it's going to be, not what someone on the internet claimed. Realistic, research-based income. Do I have a transition plan? Something else you need to understand. Education, certifications. You have a savings buffer, networking. You have a job pipeline. Another question, what life do I actually want? Do you want stability? Do you want adventure? Do you want entrepreneurship? What about family time? Is that important? What about geographic freedom, the ability to come and go wherever you want to go? There is no universal right answer, only the right answer for you. So let's talk about some success stories and some cautionary tales. I've seen both outcomes in my over 26 years of military service. Service members who left early and built incredible careers. I'll do a video about someone who is a well-known business person now, and I served with him in the military. We'll talk about that some other time. And others who left without preparation and struggled for years. I also know people like that. So I can give you some cautionary tales from both. The differences were rarely intelligence or ability, it was planning. So here's a final perspective. Leaving before 20 years is not failure. It's a strategic life decision. The military is a chapter of your life, not the entire story. If you stay and retire, you gain security, no doubt about that. If you leave early with a solid plan, you gain freedom and additional opportunity. Both paths can lead to success, but only one path will align with the life you actually want. And if you're trying to figure out what path will actually set you up for long-term financial success, whether you stay in or leave early, you need to understand the wealth-building tools that military gives you while you're still in uniform. So your next step is to watch my video, The Military Wealth Building Benefit Most Service Members Ignore. That one shows you how to build real financial security regardless of whether you retire or separate early. And I strongly recommend you go through the entire Military Wealth Masterclass playlist, where I break down the strategies, mistakes, and opportunities that determine whether service members struggle after service or thrive while they're in service. Because your future isn't decided by whether you stay in or leave. It is decided by what you do with the time you have. This is the Adjutant, and I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.